It's Phalaenopsis species time here at Orchids Limited in the summer, and you can see all these beautiful varieties are starting to spike and bloom right now. This is Violacea, and that's an old plant, about 18 years old, and here's one that's about 4 years old. They're kind of slow growing, but once they bloom, they're fantastic. The flowers last for 1 to 3 months. They bloom throughout the summer, and we created these really dark ones by crossing a normal colored one with the Cerulea form. It intensifies the magenta coloration. Here's a true Violacea Cerulea, a really good one that we've used for breeding. You can see this big seed pod, several months old. And these are the seedlings that have resulted from it. This seedling is also 4 years old, and they're just now beginning to spike. You can see little spikes coming up there. This is Phalaenopsis venosa. Venosa blooms off and on throughout the year, but blooms heaviest in the summer. It's fragrant. Pretty much most of the species in the summer that bloom are quite fragrant. Another Violacea, this is a blush form or an albescence form. These come either in alba or this color with a little bit of pink in it. This is Cornocervi variety alba. It's one of the pure yellow forms. They bloom through the summer too, and often right through the winter. And this is a really nice Phalaenopsis called Deliciosa. These are quite old plants. We've been growing these for, probably 10 years now. Actually since 2008, so not quite that long, 6 years. These plants produce these tall spikes with small flowers, but they branch like mad. And they're really easy to grow. They're a lower light plant. They develop into nice specimens over time. To find plants this size for sale at a nursery is pretty hard to do. So we've been, it pays to grow them a long time. This is Phalaenopsis marii. Just look at the bundles of flowers on these, and they're very fragrant. And as these get bigger, they put on more and more flowers. The thing to remember with these summer blooming species is never to cut the flower spikes until they turn crispy brown, as they keep branching and respiking. This is a neat one called Princess Kyolani, and it's Amboinensis, Amboin gold crossed to Violacea Cerulea, like you saw earlier. But what happens with this particular Princess Kyolani is it becomes suffused in a deep watermelon red color. But they do have a nice fragrance as well. And the seedlings we offer are now this size. One of the parents is Amboinensis, and we have some nice, blooming size plants of these right now that we've been growing since 2007. And you can see where it has flowered last year. Now it's coming on again, and it'll probably be sending up another spike or two shortly. The last one we're going to talk about is Phalaenopsis Valina. These are just starting to spike, and this is a tetraploid, so it's a 4N. And it's a cross of double trouble by itself, which has very large flowers with very heavy substance. When these get big, they'll produce amazing flowers and spikes. So these Phalaenopsis species are pretty easy to grow. They like it shady with bright diffused light. They like intermediate to warm temperatures. They really like to be grown in moss more than anything else. You could slab mount them too. And some people will grow them hanging like you see here. We'll put it on a clip and just hang it, because in nature this is the way a lot of the species grow, with the leaves going downwards to shed rainwater. So you can do that with these plants. They have pretty nice root systems down in the moss, and you need to change the moss about every year to year and a half, because that's when it sort of becomes toxic. But you can see they develop great roots and do very well in the moss.